I think there's just, you got to pull it together a bit. I think even that game, they had some great plays, and then there was just a couple moments where, we fell apart. VTA just seems to have a lot more identity and cohesion as a team right now. When it comes to some of those grouped up fights, they're winning out. I don't think the draft was even really that bad last game. I think Leviathan had a clean draft. I think it was over. Like all these games, the drafts have been pretty decent from both teams. So it's definitely just VTA is just overall playing a better game. Leviathan once again going for the Basha ban. Probably going to be a Fredrin next. Is it finally time to let some of these through?
Definitely not if it's a match point for VTA.
Yeah, you don't want
the
like
blue
that
side.
now,
Maybe
right?
for yourself, Maybe like you take the Fredrin.
Maybe. But yes, I mean, based on the way Wampy has been playing, maybe I don't think he would do it, Fredrin. I was late. I was really late on that one. And Kronos is like not doing this one today.
Whenever he hears Marcel, he just looks away.
I can't. That
3.
that
I know.
click,
That's
right?
what we did.
Yeah.
Missed it.
Have you seen that? Have you seen that? I mean, I'll send you that clip about the. Forget about it.
Doesn't matter.
Later.
Forget about it.
Yeah. At the moment, forget about it.
Fredrin banned from Leviathan
right?
here.
Banned from Leviathan.
Honestly,
very straightforward. Fredrin, Freya.
Yeah, Freya, I guess. Since they can't pick it, Fredrin's still open.
I think they want to go first pick Fredrin here, but then again, is it
Is it woompiable?
Yeah, that's the question. Is it woompiable? That's a nice way to put it.
Well, Wampy, I feel like also he might be a little bit timid coming into this. He is the new kid on the block. He's playing with all these veterans. He might not think he has that seniority to be calling the shots and be the engager for the team.
And you come in yesterday on your hot streak. You come in yesterday with your big 3-0, and then you go up against Vendetta and Tarzan, and it's like, okay, now it's real. Like now we're playing. And maybe it wasn't going to be as easy as, everything seemed on day one. Now, don't get me wrong, Woompy's been scrimming, I'm sure. All these guys, it's not like the NA server's huge. These guys are ranking against each other pretty regularly. They meet each other on the ladders, There goes the Fredrin band. But yeah, Woompy definitely needs to, he's going to have to step up because Tarzan's a monster, man. And I know that's been like the focus of tonight. It's been jungle versus jungle, but he is going to have to step up. Same thing with ISO. Melon is also a new kid on the block, coming for ISO right now. Promise, just joining the team, has to be able to keep up with T, because T right now, we doubted him in game 1, but he's playing well as well right now. He's playing very good with the team.
Oh, Leomord is up for grabs. So first pick Leomord. So the jungle pool is starting to, shrink more and more if you're Tarzan. But then again, he plays tank jungle. He can play anything in a tank jungle, to be honest. I wouldn't be surprised if he starts pulling out some of these unorthodox picks that I don't want to mention because I'll get flamed in the chat in my DMs. But Harriet is one that was left open. That's a flex, that's true. But I think still, if Akai is an option for Tarzan, he is super solid on the Akai. Let's not forget about that.
Back when he was Guapo. Back when he was a Guapo. He used to play the Akai.
Okay. I mean, I
pick Leomord, RWM's one.
Yeah. And then Leomord, I feel like, with the first pick going into it, I mean, we've seen Leomord done really, really well. Like huge damage getting to their backline. We'll see what the rest of his team is gonna have to help him do that, right? We have
aggressive.
They don't have Hilda anymore, do they? They don't have Hilda. Do they have Khalid?
Straightforward answer to the Harriet with the
They
Granger.
don't have Hilda anymore. Or
they don't have Hilda anymore. No Khalid either, if I'm not wrong.
Ooh, no, they do still have Khalid. Khalid could work, honestly.
Yeah, Khalid here.
Khalid would be good with the Leomord. It would kind of give what Layla was saying, like help you be aggressive in the early game.
There you go.
Oh my god, I got one right. Finally.
You got more than one right, plenty. I think throughout. Give yourself more credit than that, Layla. Come on.
You got at least 2.
Time to shine.
Vendetta, on the other hand, do they go jungler here?
Yuzhong? No. I was gonna say, boom, gato kacha. They wanna play in this box, don't
special. They? Yeah. Yeah, that's
they really
want to
play in this box.
That is a scary box. Don't want to jump in that box. You know, beat up.
Chance.
Harris gonna be jumping around. Gatat's gonna be jumping around.
Mid lane, you choke out the mid lane pool now because there's not a lot of heroes left. There you go, Lilia's gone. Ooh. They can't play the Gord, they can't play the Eve, the Valentina's off the table. I think Zetian's gonna be the next ban. If you're a VTA.
Barza?
It does.
You're Leviathan, I mean.
You know.
Yeah, but wings by wings.
But Farsa is good. Yeah, Farsa. I would still go for the Farsa. That's one of the other options.
Front to back.
Against the Eve, it does well against the Eve too. Phoveus is a solid choice. Is this Herod jungle? That's what I'm kind of thinking right now.
Who knows? They get last pick. So they can, we're not, I promise, I don't think jungle's going to be fourth pick. They'll lock in their EXP lane and they'll wait to see what Leviathan do, and then they'll lock in either a gold laner or a jungle.
It could be Lapu or Yuzhong as well in the EXP lane for them. The options are open. Alice is still another choice they could go with, but that's an overload of magic damage, right? So I think you go
Lapu's
for...
solid.
Yeah.
Lapu's solid, and it preemptively helps from if Leviathan wants to go for the Farza.
What else?
Ooh, Layla?
What else can work as mage though? That's what I'm thinking. Not Valier, right? Not Valier, not.
Valier is still okay. If it's a Herod jungle, I think Valier is still okay. It depends on what. If they, it comes down to what Leviathan are gonna guess. Are they guessing that it's gonna be Herod jungle, or is it gonna be another Herod golden and a tankier jungle like an Akai?
You can't show Valier, I don't think.
Not
what, then they can go something like a... Well, they can't go like a Hayabusa either way, because Khalid will just bully, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I guess they could show Valier. Leviathan could. EXP lane. I think, yeah, Lapu's honestly just solid, simple. Also works well in the RWM. Party in the box.
You can go Yuzhong, but I still think Lapu better here, just because of how Granger can kite the Yuzhong. And... either or.
There's your Kai.
Oh,
there's your Kai. Yeah, I think they could have saved that for last pick, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
well, now you get counterplay in EXP lane though, but you do get to counter an EXP here. So honestly, not a bad, because Leviathan still needs an EXP laner.
Kadita, I think mid lane Kadita is super solid here still.
Ooh.
Just to get on top of the Eve. You have bush camping capabilities. If they want to go for pickoffs,
how's Louis here?
I don't think it's that good.
But like, yeah, she goes in for the assassination and then she comes out and then what? I think it's hard for her to get away. Yeah, Kadita.
You don't want to get away if you're already deleting them. So you're essentially not allowing the Eve to set up the RWM. I think Kadita or Valier. Yeah, there you go. I was gonna say Valier is probably. Yeah, it's
spicy.
No, Arlot is EXP here. Arlot and Bethlehem. I think
Arlot and Bethlehem.
I feel like Valier would have been better on VTA though.
What for? Rome?
VTA?
Oh, no.
For mage, but they already picked.
For mage, but they already have the Eve. Yeah.
Because you can push back.
I mean, it can stop the Harith from diving in.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of keeps Gatot at bay. Do you push back the heavy spin with Valier?
Yeah, you can with the skill too, with the Searing Torrent. Yes, you can.
It'll push back the heavy spin.
Yeah, you can, but it's not gonna slow him down that much. You know, it's still a disengage tool. Lapu. So
there's a Lapu.
I mean, they could have, if they switched up the order, it would have been so much more different, right, for VTA.
This is tough.
Well,
this is honestly kind of feels tough for Leviathan. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
We're reaching. Like. We're on game. We're on match point.
Yeah, it feels like this is gonna be another long game. Buckle your seatbelts, folks.
Yeah, these Layla? Guys, I don't know how it's gonna go, but I feel like it might be like a little slow, very stable kind of game for them. But unless if they wanna, the Valier, I don't know. I think yeah, it'll work pushing these guys, the front lines back. So that does work. I just feel like they don't want to be slow though with the Leviathan. They wanna snowball with Leomord.
Yeah, they want to pick up the pace because they have the Leomord, get these neutral objectives, get control on the map. Same thing with Tarzan. He's got the heavy spin. He wants to get neutral objectives. They got RWM, but only way to find out is when we get into the land of John Trek's match point it is.
It's been a back and forth best of 5, but Tarzan and Vendetta, don't know why I keep just saying Tarzan. Vendetta has brought us to match point. Leviathan looking to tie things up here. Kronos, what are the odds here? What does Leviathan got to do to take us to game 5?
Pick up the pace of the game, get control of these neutral objectives. Don't let Tarzan get to your head. If you're Whoopi, you've got the Phantom Steed. It's probably one of the best skills right now in the current meta to secure any sort of neutral objective. And you got the Valir to ending it first blood on the top side.
All for the price of Melon. So Melon goes down. Promise goes down. But a beautiful trade for Leviathan. This is what we saw in game number 1 or game number 2. They were able to get a quick pick onto Melon, putting pressure onto that gold lane. Leviathan with good pacing, and this is what you want to see when you have the Khalid in your own position, already outputting huge damage and moving around the map.
Yeah, and no flicker, that's fine. You're going to get it back just after the turtle, or not, actually not, it's going to be another 40 seconds. But I think at this point, Vendetta know that there's pressure onto Melon, so now you get T onto the gold lane, and all of a sudden the EXP is freed up a little bit more, and then the mid lane's gonna have some trouble. Yato is gonna have a good game, and that's what they want. Yato, the longer he's there in these fights, the more problems for Vendetta, and it's gonna come down to these neutral objectives like the turtle, which is up in about 15 seconds. But look at Whoopi, looking to get something.
See if he's able to do it. Probably not. You know, they like to take things slow. It's 1-1. That's enough kills for the first few minutes. We can't exceed a certain limit, you know, but promise. This is the damage you see from the Khalid. Of course, it's going to start to wane down, but this first turtle should be in a good spot for Leviathan.
Oh, burst fireball already being dished out. Bethlehem trying to go in. Final slash.
MCT does come out. Tarzan with a heavy spin. Tarzan able to get the turtle and push Whoopi away. Whoopi now in a bad spot. Brought low. Caught by the RWM, and Churobami gets it. Now they're trying to respond as Bethlehem dashes through and finds one of his own onto Merciless. It's 2-2. Still a small gold lead over to Leviathan, but the first turtle goes to Vendetta.
And this is what you want to do if you're the Panda. You want to keep spinning to get those turtles, to get those lords. The retributions are going to start coming in clutch, and I think if you're Whoopi, you haven't got the better of Tarzan for what, about 3-4 neutral objectives now. So if it comes down to a clutch 50-50 in terms of the Lord, I mean, people would be putting their money on Tarzan for the amount of Lords and turtles that he's stolen or contested and got the better of out of Whoopi. And he's known the king of the jungle for that particular reason as well. So Leviathan needs to find more aggression, especially on the gold side, and keep Melon under control, because that's the only source of damage apart from Churobami.
Honestly, yeah, Leviathan, focus on the off lanes. Make sure ISO has a good game. Make sure Bethlehem has a good game. And I think those two people can help carry this team to victory right now. In terms of turtle pits, Lord's pits, Whoopi cannot just waltz in, right? I've been saying this, I sound like a broken record about certain jungles. You got to look for the angles. Take the long way around, take the lane around, get to the back of the pit. Don't just walk into the front, because you're just going to get heavy spinned like the last time, every single time. Promise down a little bit of trouble, tries to use quick hit and stand guard, but it's not enough. The damage from Melon is just too much.
And I think this is the problem with Promise as well. I think he's testing the limits a little too much, not realizing how much damage that the Hereth can put out. And if Yato and ISO can combo up with like the Dead Sonatas and the Burst Fireballs, it's gonna be difficult for whoever was looking to walk up to them, because the range is there. They can disrupt the entire fight, you know? And Leviathan just Bethlehem has been great on this Arlot so far. I think we need to find Whoopi, like you said, a good angle to get in to get the retribution.
Ooh. Promise has a good position right now. Able to come in. Tarzan does get the turtle though. Gets the pin onto Bethlehem. Bethlehem forced to use the flicker. Whoopi just wants his camp, but they don't want to let it happen. Vendetta once again on the smother. Bethlehem
no,
jumps
Bethlehem.
in. Won't be able to get away from this. Merciless with another kill. Leviathan is falling apart right now. Melon now moving on to ISO. Makes a jump down to the boss side, and Promise goes down once again. 0-3 and 2.
Vendetta winning on all fronts, getting the neutral objective, able to pick off the EXP lane on the bot side, getting the goal lane, or rather the roamer on the top side, and not letting ISO play his game, not getting him, taking down the support that he has early on. And now all of a sudden, like you said, Trex, things are falling apart for Leviathan. Vendetta are picking the pace up of the game. A 1K goal lead right now. They're looking confident. They look a bit rejuvenated. They look like they had something to eat in between these breaks.
Most definitely. So now what does Leviathan do? Vendetta, I think, in a very good spot. And like I just said, Leviathan teams, I mean, Promise, Bethlehem, both making plays that they should not be making. Woompy walks into the pit earlier knowing there's still a heavy spin ready to go. They got to slow things down. I know they have a composition where they want to maybe have Woompy pop off, but they do still have ISO who's deathless. On the other hand, Vendetta, they also have a great late game. You've got the Eve, you've got the Harith, you've got Merciless who can help carry there, and you've got objective secured with Tarzan on a pick that he's very comfortable with. It's a hard game for Leviathan, to say the least.
Not just that, right, Trex? Like Vendetta in sieges, how are you going to stop them? The high ground, they got the AOG, they got the Zaman Force, the Bravest Fighter, the heavy spin for the disengage. So the tools are starting to, you know, make sense for Vendetta, which they always have. But I think Leviathan are just looking at it right now that if things are not going right for them for the next 2-4 minutes, I would say, then they're just staring down the barrel of a shotgun, and Vendetta are the ones that are holding the trigger.
You know what I would say about Leviathan, something they've been having trouble with these. Ooh, nice stun. Ready to Sandstorm, Phantom Steed, but an AOG to get away, and so many ults just got wasted from Leviathan, all for the price of an AOG. A huge win for Vendetta there. What I wanted to say was, Leviathan did it okay in Game 2 and even in Game 1, but they haven't been doing it recently. They haven't been, I mean, if you know you're going to give up the turtle, something that Matakucho does great, look for plays elsewhere on the map, right? Trade camps, trade towers, push in top lane, do something somewhere else. And that's where Leviathan seems to be failing right now. Not make up for what's all, not completely. They're going to try the kills, back up Merciless, kills double. Tarzan now doesn't have the hex spin. Local tower and Promise Woompy as well. Let them get dashed through Melon, get on, but they're trying to slap on Melon. Here's the AOG. Woompy and Leviathan just pick things up. Woompy gets the triple. Unconditional, but still scared.
Yeah. Indeed, from able to get the better win, and at this point, finding and it's got the point where even
I'm sorry. You're coming robotic on me right now.
Yeah, and I think if you are Leviathan or Vendetta,
all good.
I mean, at this point, with this neutral objective that's available, the Lord, right? Don't worry, Trex, you were robotic for a while too, but hey, it is what it is.
Oh, we both were. Ooh, nice final. T in a little bit of trouble here. Bethlehem trying to dash through. Vendetta still with the gold lead. Lord is up and the Phantom Seed comes out from Woompy. Tarzan does have the heavy spin though, so once again, a lot of ults used by Leviathan, and this might have been what Vendetta wanted.
Yeah, and this is what they kind of need at the moment as well, not just want. And you can tell at the same time they're looking for the pick-offs. Heavy spin!
A lot of damage. Bethlehem goes down.
Oh,
Yato taken out as well. Oh, this is bad for Leviathan. Vendetta able to leave the Lord.
No. Oh no, it's not looking good. Trex, I think at this point, it feels like Leviathan are running on autopilot. They're not able to make sense of what's in front of them. and Vendetta are slowly ripping them apart. It is match point after all. They want to call this end. They want to be able to take this. They want to be able to take this game, not going the distance. Tarzan able to secure 3 turtles. The one Lord that's there up for grabs. 10 minutes in right now. About 7 seconds. The Lord's going to be marching down the top side. And Leviathan, they need to wake up. They got one good fight, but how are they going to be able to bounce back?
It's tough. We have seen some good moments from them in those past fights, but everything's got to line up perfectly. They are able to do well. You mentioned the fact that Vendetta can siege very well. Well, Leviathan does have the opportunity to also make big plays in the bottleneck, right? In the lanes. When Vendetta tries to come in, can they get the big pushback? Ooh, but look at the damage. A big AOG onto Woompy. Woompy won't be able to get away from this one. One more shot, but wait, the stun comes in just in time, and Bethlehem's able to help out. Woompy gets back to the base safe, and that could be the big difference in this defense.
Oh my god, it was dire, difficult, and now the Lord is marching on the top side as well. The inhibitor does have the holy shield, so a little bit of a saving grace. I think if I'm Leviathan, I want to let it pop so I can buy some time for myself to clear out the rest of the waves. And they do indeed, but the Lord did crash in. The mid lane's gonna get cleared out. Vendetta, it's been a slow choke since game number 2, hasn't it, Trex? It's been such a slow choke, not for each game, but the series. It feels like a sleeper hold all of a sudden, and they're passing out.
Yeah, Vendetta's just been continuously putting on pressure from game to game. It's never hyper aggressive. It's not like they're looking for a knockout here, right? They're just a little ankle lock, something like that, you know, slowly taking them out. And Leviathan are folding under the pressure. And that's kind of been the topic, right? Are they overcooking? Are they overheating? Is this too much? Can Woompy hang with the big dogs? You know, all of it. And it seems like the slow play does seem like a lot, you know? We're at game 4 right now. Vendetta with a 5k gold lead, taking a look at the items. Tarzan's a bulky boy right now. Coming into what? Getting helmet next?
Yeah, he
Guardian
looks like
helmet?
he's getting the helmet. Yeah. He's looking like that, and I mean, he's already a fat panda. Now he's gonna be the fat panda.
The fat
Dragon
panda.
Warrior skin. Yeah. Do you like that skin? I think that's probably the best Akai skin, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Oh.
What's it from again?
Come on. Are you serious right now?
It's like Hello Panda or something, right?
No, no, it's Kung Fu Panda.
Oh yeah, Jack Black.
Yeah, there you go. You found it. But I think along with the Guardian helmet, I think he's probably gonna go build anti-cuirass next if he wants to get a little more tankier. But I think Guardian helmet definitely provides a lot more value. You don't have to go back into the base quite a lot. And I mean, it feels. I'll be honest. I think Leviathan feel like they've gone on autopilot for the past game, especially after that game 2 where it was slowed down so much that the focus is gone. They're seeing blurs at this point.
Yeah.
And Leviathan needs to bounce back. Otherwise, Vendetta is just going to take this in game number 4.
ISO needs a killer too. If he can get 2 more kills and at least get 30 Sky Piercer stacks on, maybe there's opportunity here. Nice RWBM comes out. Yato Force uses the flicker. Tarzan gets caught by the steed. Heavy spin comes out, and now Woompy's pinned against the wall. There's no escape. Melon gets him. Ugh. BOD locks in for ISO, but it's a little too much too late.
Autopilot, man. I think Woompy needs to wake up a little bit, but it's all right. I mean, what can he do at this point? The composition of Vendetta, and not just the composition. Again, call me a broken record. They have taken and dictated the pace of this game. Slowed it down to the point where they are the ones to choose when they want to go in and when they want to pick the fight. Leviathan do not have the choice. They're forced into picking these fights that Vendetta want them to, and now this could be the final push to call it a day.
All right, Lord coming down the top side, able to crash through the inhibitors. Vendetta trying to switch lanes as Tarzan works his way into the bot. The waves were not synced up, so it's a slow push from Vendetta, giving Leviathan some time to try to regroup here. Ults are all up. Tarzan able to get a big spin onto Bethlehem. He does flick to the side, tries to use the final slash, but AOG connects onto Yato. RWM comes out, trapping multiple members in. Bethlehem down, as Promise just wants to get away, but ISO finally putting a kill on the board. Yato finds Tarzan, it's 2 down for Vendetta. Leviathan still able to defend amidst the madness.
Oh my god, the madness is too much for Leviathan, but still Vendetta, you know, they walk away with the kill. Leviathan able to get a couple. The only thing that Vendetta would have liked is if they got that mid inhibitor. And at this point, 5k gold lead in the hands of Vendetta. I want to take a look at the items and see how far ahead they are. Do they have the Holy Crystal in the hands of Melon? He's 7-1-1. And we're talking about a Herod that just got buffed even at this point. ISO, yes, he's got 2 kills. Does he have the Sky Piercer? Have those stacks started racking up? Wumpy gets the Malefic Roar. Churobami gets the Wishing Lantern. The damage is starting to show for Vendetta, and no one's able to catch Churro as well on that Eve. Final slash.
Final slash. A lot of damage coming out from ISO. AOG from T does not connect onto any, but Wumpy gets pushed back once again.
Oh no.
Promise,
it's not
force seasonal just to get away. Yeah, it's not a battle of jungles at all. Maybe it never was.
Anymore. Yeah, I mean, it feels like that. Yes, Wumpy did play a fantastic game. Like he's still holding his own 3-4-4, even though like their backs are against the wall. He is playing really well, but in this case, I think the synergy with the team is not showing, and Tarzan is okay taking a backseat, not being the star player, but being the one that gets everyone together and being the one that matters the most when it comes to these clutch situations. He's okay taking a backseat from, oh no, never mind.
Oh, everyone caught in the RWM and the AOG once again. Vendetta zone them away, and Tarzan easily takes the Lord. Leviathan just, I think it's also a big draft diff, a gold lead diff, because they are getting some plays, but the damage just isn't there. Everyone's too tanky. The gold lead's too much.
Oh, no.
And then also, how does Leviathan even break through? How do they even fight for a Lord right now when the heavy spin is just pushing Wumpy away?
Don't go in. I think at this point, don't go in. Bait out the heavy spin as early as possible. ISO needs to get the poke down. You can see Melon has the highest damage. ISO's not that far behind. They're able to hang in terms of damage. It's just that they're not able to get this finishing blow.
Merciless on the hunt though. You can see MT as well.
Oh no.
Bethlehem on the run. Does buy time for the team though. Bethlehem dashing through. Does take a Bravest Fighter. Big final slash. Able to dash back. Will go down, but the Lord is gone. Can 4 defend against 5. The gamble was on. Was it worth it for Leviathan here? They're going to try to clear waves. Another wave of minions comes out, buying Leviathan a little bit more time. Vendetta just trying to close the distance, but Wumpy ISO will be able to get the last cannon minion, and Vendetta have to wait for another wave to come. It's 20 seconds on the clock for Bethlehem. Still is Amon's Force, ready to drop from Melon. Merciless with the Bravest Fighter. Decides not to use it just yet. A heavy spin has come back up for Tarzan as well. RWM drops, AOG connects, and everyone is bursted back, just trying to create space. Wumpy pushed against the wall, but he's still up. A nice Bravest Fighter. Promise is trying to defend as Melon finds Promise, and now on the top side, Wumpy is still defending. ISO getting a couple of free shots as a double kill for Melon, and Bethlehem's back on the map. Vendetta is on the run. ISO helps defend. A big final slash onto Melon. Bethlehem dashing through, ISO getting more free shots. Vendetta looking for the turnaround. It's still a 4v3 right now, but Merciless is too deep, forced to use the Bravest Fighter. Minions are back, but Vendetta is gone.
Hey, we said it's going to be a long night. It's turning out to be a long night indeed. And I think even in that play, Wumpy had the option to go back into the fight using that skill 1 that comes in when he has the steed, right? But he used it on the minions on the left side instead of the right onto the heroes, because everybody was super low. The angle was there to get the kill, but he just wasn't able to get it. Pressure is piling up for Leviathan. They're trying to get the clear. They have the Granger that can pop off, but he got only 1 kill out of that entire fight. He would have wanted a couple more to get those Sky Piercer stacks going, but not finding the opportunity. The space is just not present, and also the Valir is starting to show these fights, but they're getting a sandwich play on the bot side. 4 members.
ISO with a winner crown. is in a safe spot. Can he get away? They finally collapse down. ISO finally drops. Immortality pops. Trying to dash away, but it's too much damage. Merciless gets the shutdown. Bethlehem drops. Promise is next, but Tarzan and T whooping in the backside. Finally taking off to try to fight. The Immortality comes up, but no, it's not there. He just goes it down. It's Yato once again against the world, against the match point, against 3, and Vendetta will not let him escape. There's minions on the base. It's Friday night, and Vendetta didn't want to let this go to Game 5.
Hey, they didn't want to let it go, all right, but they got everything going at the distance. It was a long game, a long series. The sun's almost out for me, but oh my goodness, the way that they played, it was clutch, and it almost looked like Leviathan were going to take it to game number 5, but running out of steam towards the end.
Towards the end, definitely for the last 2 matches, I would say. But even with this last match, it seems like, you know, they were really trying to squeeze that last little bit of fight out of them to hold on to dear life. And then unfortunately, they just couldn't do it.
Oof, Leviathan put up a good fight, but in the end, yeah, Vendetta shows that they are a team to be reckoned with here. They lost game 1 instantly. Yeah, at that point, they're a team that we have to keep our eyes on for sure. Even with the subs, even with the small swaps happening, they pull it together and show that it doesn't matter what T's playing, it doesn't matter whether Ashley's playing, it doesn't matter. We're coming in, we can have the Bam brothers, whoever. We're taking wins.
And you know what? Not just that. I think they... Tarzan showing that, hey, you got a shiny new toy, casters, you want to play with it, go ahead, but don't forget, old reliable still works, right? We got fond of with the shiny new toy and Woompy, but hey, Tarzan still king of the jungle, showing levels to this game. Of course, Woompy played fantastic, but Tarzan just showing that there is a ladder to climb, and he has been there through every rung trying to get to the top, and he's been there through it all. And Vendetta showing the same 20-minute game, 19-11 kills, and he's 79% KPA. The only one that had higher is Melon on this Herod, which was the primary damage dealer, and you can see not losing out on a single objective, right, which is super clutch. And even Churabami doing the best that he can with the RWM, just no one able to catch him at all. Did he even die a single time the entire game?
Churabami?
Yeah.
I don't think so. Churabami had an amazing game keeping space. One death?
Yeah, just one.
Layla's got the eyes for
probably
us.
That
she's been paying attention. That was a test.
Side, right? Yeah.
Yeah, test. Not a lot of death for any of these players on VTA. Amazing gameplay. Melon popping off already early game.
Yeah, the whole team. Tarzan as well, bringing out the Akai just to show, listen, I still got pockets, guys. I'm ready for a best of 7. I am ready for a best of 7. Tarzan really showing up today, I feel like. And even then, didn't play, like there was still more options for Vendetta. They started off, you know, not picking too many clutch things. Like they lost with the Harley in game 1, but still outside of that, it was pretty simple gameplay. And even T showing up with the Gatot, which was honestly a great answer to the Leomord. It was one of the things that's the taunt happening to Leomord anytime he tries to come in, buys the time for the heavy spin. There was just the I can't move meta, right? Overall, still reliable. Same thing, Bethlehem unable to ever really dash in and cause a lot of problems.
And I think...
of course, taking a look at the MVP for this game, it's got to be, there you go, Melon. No rookie, no more. 13-1-3. He was the main source of damage, right? And you could see Promise as well went early, tried to get the first blood. They did get the first blood, but after that, he didn't go down a single time. 13 kills on the bounce. Sheesh. It is difficult to take down a Herod when he's got everything. A full build, goes for the concentrated energy. I think that's one item that, you know, it depends on where you are in the game. You want to stay longer in these fights, so went for that instead of, I think at one time I saw him buy the Oracle also, so he was juggling around in terms of the items that he had. And MVP of the game, powered by Bonox. Melon on this Herod Purify.
Great decisions that he made in game and great positioning he had to not be able to get caught after that first little oops.
Yeah, we've seen it happen with Melon. He's able to take a death early on. That's the second time this series that he takes a early game death, wipes the dust off his shoulders, and quickly jumps back in, becoming the MVP of the game. The kid was on fire throughout that series. I don't think we've seen a KDA like that in a while. 13-1-3. That's a 16 KDA essentially.
And I think you can tell also with the highlights, it was mostly about him, right? And not just that, the composition that they were running, the big kill box composition, just knowing